cat, David? Segundo.
Imagine a day where you're stuck in traffic on Corpus Christi's busiest street, Staples. You roll down your window and you take a peek outside to see what the holdup is, but to your dismay, you're greeted by honking and cars swerving across to get past the traffic. A moment passes by and a dog peeks his head out in front of the car that's holding up the line. Do you get mad at this dog, or do you find it in your heart to feel bad for him, for he is just a stray? I volunteered at Gulf Coast Humane Society, which is a no-kill animal shelter in previous years, and I have found that one day at a time, caring for these animals and giving them attention really goes a long way. The Humane Society helps people who are seeking volunteer work or need community service hours, or if you're just trying to find a place where you can donate to a charitable cause. The animals within Gulf Coast Humane Society are adoptable for a reasonable price, $175 for a dog, $60 for a kitten, and $50 for an adult cat. Every animal is spayed and neutered, and vaccines are up to date before they're even put up for adoption. Today I will be discussing the problem of stray animals within Corpus Christi, how the Gulf Coast Humane Society is helping with this problem, and what our community would be like with and without them. Overall, the problem in Corpus Christi is stray animals, and one of these sub-problems would be stray animals roaming the streets. According to the article Facts About Pet Abandonment published in 2014, there are about 70 million stray animals living in the U.S. Only 6 to 8 million of these animals are put into the nation's 3,500 shelters every year. Another point would be unspayed or unneutered cats and dogs. As stated by the Veterinary Medical Association website updated in 2019, by having your dog or cat sterilized, you will prevent the birth of unwanted puppies or kittens, help protect against some serious health problems, and may reduce many of the behavioral problems that come with the mating instinct. An example of this would be spraying of male cats. Another point would be the unvaccination of those animals. According to the Animal Foundation in 2020 website, the parvovirus is extremely contagious and can be transmitted by any person, animal, or inanimate object that comes into contact with an infected dog's feces. Without these services from the Gulf Coast Humane Society, these animals would be running rampant, unvaccinated and unneutered and spayed. Wouldn't it be a surprise to find your dog or cat that is usually only outside to do their business and then come back inside is pregnant one day? Or if they just get sick and you don't know how? Now that we've talked about the problem, let's move on to how the Gulf Coast Humane Society is a solution. The problem of the abundance of strays in Corpus Christi can potentially be solved by the Gulf Coast Humane Society by low-cost adoptions, low-cost vaccines, and low-cost spaying and neutering. According to you may be asking me, what if I cannot afford these procedures or any of these fees? According to a Corpus Christi Caller Times report in 2017, Mike Carell, a Coastal Bend Community Foundation chairman, said $250,000 were granted to 9 nonprofit organizations in Corpus Christi. Gulf Coast Humane Society was one of those institutions. Now that we've talked about the solution, let's move on to the vision of our community. Imagine if we didn't have this resource. There would be animals running rampant, of course, unvaccinated, unneutered, and unspayed, and a bunch of kittens and puppies would be without a home. And usually stray animals leave their children after a set amount of time, so they really would be left alone. And what if you got sick from an unvaccinated animal? What would you do? But with the help of Humane Society, we're able to get these animals vaccinated and sterilized, and they're provided a home temporarily while they're awaiting adoption. So today I have discussed the problem of stray animals in Corpus Christi, how the Gulf Coast Humane Society is helping with this problem, and what our community would be like with and without their support. You yourself can foster, adopt, volunteer, sponsor, or donate to this organization. Fostering entails that you are caring for an animal for a set period of time, and adoption is whenever you're caring for an animal indefinitely. Sponsoring an animal means you pay the adoption fee for someone who doesn't have enough funds to pay that adoption fee. Volunteering entails that you play, walk, or you bathe a dog or a puppy, socialize with cats or kittens, or you can help the veterinarian in the clinic with sick animals. Or you could donate. You could also donate through the website, there's actually a tab on there that you can donate monthly. On the website, there's also a drop-down tab that says ways to give. There's an HEB list that you can physically go and give them pet food or cat litter and stuff like that. In a recent article from 3 News that was published on July 10th, 2020, the Bispel Pet Foundation sponsored an adoption event that lowered the cost of adoptions all the way to $25. You could also do a virtual meet and greet with the dog of your choice. See, there's multiple ways to do this. There's even fundraisers such as this one right here by the Bispel Pet Foundation. On a final note, I would like to say that it is nearly impossible to put an end to stray animals, but with a little contribution through volunteering or donation, you could save a life. By using the Gulf Coast Humane Society's services for your own pets, you are actively contributing to the nonprofit organization, putting one life into the hands of people who actually love and care for these animals.